Good evening, friends, followers, and fellow book lovers. I'm excited to bring you this book about a boy, started a pool business and built it in a multi-million dollar establishment. So this young man started a pool company when he was a teenager, and he grew that pool company into a multi-million dollar business. Phenomenal, right? Number two, this young man built Spartan races from the ground up. Tough, challenging, driving ambition to be able to accomplish these races is what it takes. Number three, he didn't compare himself to the competition. He used it to improve his own business. This book is 10 Rules for Resilience by Joe De Sena. I'd never heard of Joe before this. I'd never seen any material by Joe. I'd heard of Spartan races, but seriously, seriously, had no idea that who this guy was or anything. Phenomenal book. Loved his story and definitely knows what he's talking about when it comes to resilience. Right. Number one from the book. Our ability to face obstacles and fail forward and learn from mistakes is success in disguise. That's right. Failing is succeeding. I know this because the more I witness people run away from what is uncomfortable, difficult, and challenging, the greater the instances of depression, bad health, and general dysfunction. Now, um, I didn't know about the mental health stuff that was involved with that. I just know that for myself, facing my fears, made a huge difference in my own life. For example, when I was a 12 or 13-year-old, it took 8 adults to hold me down so that I could have blood drawn or being given a shot for something. I don't remember what it was. I just remember that I thought it was ridiculous that I was reacting this way to a needle. And so I faced my fears. And I made those administering anything, I had to show it to me. I had to see it before they could put it in my skin. And after that, got over it. It wasn't right away, but at this point in my life, I don't remember those events anymore. I just know that I did it. I put it behind me, and I don't have to worry about needles anymore. Number two, if you are unable to apologize, you will never become a great leader. And one of the things that I noticed is that when people have the capacity to apologize for big or little things, it makes a difference in relationships. It makes a difference in it. Well, if it makes a difference in relationships, it makes a difference in a bunch of things, right? Exactly. So it affects a bunch of things. And that ability to apologize is powerful. One of my mentors talks about how important it is to apologize for perceived things where you can make a big difference. I kid you not. It does make a big difference, and it has a big positive impact in people's lives. Accepting responsibility is huge. It's a huge thing when it comes to relationships and connecting, as well as um, accepting accountability for yourself. All right. Number three, you can get a lot done before 9 a.m. And let me just tell you what, that growing up in the house that I grew up in, you had to be up at 7 o'clock. There was there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You had to get up, you had to get your chores done. And if you didn't get your chores done, well, then you were missing dinner or you were something was happening you weren't gonna like. And I can vouch for that. My dad was really good. My mom was really good about laying down the discipline when it was necessary. And I'm thankful for that because it's made a huge difference in my life because I learned to become disciplined without them having to lay down the law. Number four, discipline without integrity, responsibility, and service is like letting your ego run wild. That's why whenever I teach discipline and when I work, to access it myself, I do so with character goals in mind. Now, for me personally, I I never even thought about um I never made that dichotomy in my head. A lot of my own personal goals have been uh building myself up, encouraging others, but all character and integrity based things, trying to improve who I am, improve myself, and make things better. So now there's other things I probably should have been more focused on, and some other goals I could have worked on and applied that to it. That being said, that when we grow our character and integrity, our circle of concern shrinks and our circle of influence grows because we have a bigger indirect impact on those around us. And you can really bless a lot of people's lives by your good behavior. Right. Number four ties into this, or excuse me, number five ties into this. Disciplined people can make the world better. That's critical to remember. The schedule you're sticking to and the effort you're putting in is helping others. You have no idea how many people are affected by your decision to show up and give your best effort without complaint. Let me tell you what makes a huge difference. Makes a huge difference how you show up in the world. If you ask my friends Cheryl and Jamie, they'll tell you it makes a difference. And you can see it. You can easily see it in someone's life, the way people respond. A couple years ago, my friend Dean's wife passed away, and hundreds, hundreds, if not thousands of people showed up for them and poured into their life, into his family's life at that time. Oh, number six. I don't even have to think for number six. So kids want discipline, which is a type of boundary that provides direction, and they thrive when they get it. Let me just tell you what. Um, it's so very true. Kids respond to discipline in a way that guides them in their life. And Joe really nails that in this. And he talks about it several times, but that was the one that I felt really like needed to be brought up. Speaking of that, one of the things my mom taught me is that kids test parents about every 4 years. They push the boundaries, they check to see how you're going to handle things. And they really, really do test that. All right. 10 Rules for Resilience by Joe De Sena, the founder of Spartan Races. And as you can see, I've got some bookmarks in there. Highly recommend that book to anybody that's living and breathing. So, guys, thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and share it. In closing, Veritas vos liberbit, the truth shall set you free. Semper vigilio fortis, paritas e fidelis, always vigilant, brave, prepared, and faithful. This is Iron Will, out.